I'm gonna tell you a story, but the first thing I have to say is that doesn't work the way you think it does. You call me Oracle because I'm gonna attack you. What is it called? And now we're gonna get into Call of Cthulhu and Eldritch Horrors. Wah ah 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 ah. All right. So there's a lesser grimoire, and there is the greater grimoire. So this grimoire consists of 4 sets of spells: summon slash bind servant race, contact race, call slash dismiss deity, and contact deity. It includes with a dozen or so unrelated spells and magical artifacts. It is the expectation of the game that a sort of magic found in the Greater Grimoire is the kind that investigators are most likely to learn. Keepers might regularly create new summon bind and contact spells, sail into the situation, remember who is talking to whom. Shub-Niggurath is unlikely ever to respond to a summon bind spell, for instance. Summon bind servitor spells. The free summon bind distinguishes these spells, directs such spells to those alien races intended classed as greater servitor race or lesser servitor race. The steps for success are the same for each, though conditions vary from spell to spell. Knowing one of these spells is of no use whatsoever in attempting to cast any of the other, though. That is true and not true in general. Like, there are certain procedural steps to summoning that are pretty much always the same, and to binding that are pretty much always the same. The difference actually, the actual distinction in something like this, it's with every summon bind is a completely different spell, is because, like, in a way, they're all different. They actually are different spells, even if you're going through the same steps. Like unless there's some BS situation where, like, a Fae is actually like an unfallen angel from the middle third that's like managing to get away with using its like dual purpose somehow. That would mean that like you would be not unable to use duelist stuff on them, like angel stuff on them, but you'd probably actually have less effect trying to use face stuff on them, vidya hottie stuff on them. The thing is, like, face stuff, it's like fire to dazzle, fire to bind, and stuff like that. With angels, it's bind them by your faith. So like that's in my opinion, as someone talking about like, magic out here as opposed to magic just in the game. That's like effectively what they're talking about with like every summon bind distinguish these spells. Honestly, strictly speaking, summoning and binding don't necessarily have to be the same spell. Although sometimes it is not a bad idea to have, like, if you're so inclined to summon a demon, not that I actually like recommend doing that in most circumstances, unless they're like the Gotia, or unless you have like, or unless they've come to see you, and you're just sitting there going like, oh, well, this is terrible. Or unless like another like something else like comes up and tries to break reckon to you as a demon, and you're just like, and you just like call out to them because you're like, no, 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 that's not cool. You can't be posting this about supernatural, like, especially when I know about, and like just try to play it off like you're actually them. Like, that ain't gonna work. Ain't gonna work. Contact spells. And that's another point actually about etiquette. Like, you do not just like, especially if you get called out breaking reckon to the point that like someone will like literally like, invoke the name of something that they're terrified of because they're so pissed off about you trying to pretend to be them when you're not. Like, that's not smart. It's not smart to push past that point. Just saying. That is a bindu of na praigachari. That is a point of no return. Contact spells. Sorcerers use contact spells to get in touch with intelligent inserters and intelligent independent races, perhaps to learn more about books, history, magic, or alien races. Casters should have a definite goal in mind. Steps for success are the same for each contact spell, though other conditions may be unique. Knowing one of these spells is of no use in casting another one. Many additional contact spells exist. Call Dismiss Deity. People of excessive self-confidence may choose to summon a great entity of the Cthulhu mythos. The keeper determines how the being behaves. When a deity arrives on Earth, it wants to stay. I can buy that. I can buy into that easily. Knowledge of one call dismiss spell is of no help in casting any other. Same reason as above. Like, extra, especially with, like, gods that, like, calling and dismissing them. Oh my goodness. This is the thing that I find wild about Cthulhu Mythos. They have a call deity spell, so you can, like, literally try to summon a god to Earth, because that's something the cultists are regularly trying to do. Like, they're regularly trying to call, like, the outer gods to Earth. But, like, dismissing them? Think of the chutzpah that takes. I'm going to try to shoo away Cthulhu. Like, what? Like, what? Contact deities. Such spells are rarely used, and then generally only by priests of those deities, or by great independent sorcerers who hope to strike deals. Dormammu, I have come to bargain. Like Strange. Strange effectively did a contact deity spell to get in touch with Dormammu. Is Dormammu a god? Not really. But he's like something with godlike power. Some might argue greater than godlike power. What's greater godlike power? Some things. Some things. And I'm not talking like greater than Devata power. Because, like, that's not how that works. There's nothing greater than Devata. There's nothing greater than the deity. At least, like, in theory. So, anyway. And those are the 4 kinds of spells. And since I'm getting on like 8-9 minutes, I'm going to wrap that up for now. Anyway, thank you for watching. Please feel free to like, share, comment, and subscribe.